Howdy, this is Plleg. Welcome back. If you remember last time, we finished up the well here, and next on our list is moving the farms. And if you remember from last time, I said I was going to break down the farms and then put them over in this area here. I think I've changed my mind on that because that area is kind of small, and I think it would be better suited for probably some housing or something like that we could put around this little pond area here, maybe extend the sand out to make it kind of like a little beachy feel and maybe have like a little beach houses or something in that area. We'll figure that out a little bit later. But anyway, what we're going to do is move farms, and what I've done instead of putting it over here is I've cleared out this area here that we can put a huge set of farms in here, and I think this would be better. I spent a lot of time in the background clearing this out and leveling things off. There was a lot of bumps and things, a little pond there I had to fill in. Anyway, I think that's what we're going to do today. And that way, that'll also fit in with the idea I had that the farms were a little bit outside of town, and people would, walk out to the farms to do their farming work and whatnot, and then come back. Anyway, so let's get started with that. The first thing we're going to do here is come down and just start laying out some markers with wood as to what we're going to do with the farming. I think the plan here is we're going to create a couple strips, but they're going to be really long, probably from near the water's edge there down to about where that sheep is, and then maybe I think like 3 rows, and then we'll do a gap and maybe 3 rows again, and maybe another set of 3 rows. That way the area will get covered nicely with nice long farms. And instead of having them raised like these are, we're still going to line the areas out in wood, but we're going to sink it into the ground a little more. I think for sustained farming and whatnot, it would be better if these were down, because they're not really need to be raised or anything for farming. Anyway, so let's jump down and start putting our markers in. You can see I set up a little temporary base out here as I was working, because it just got to be too much to run to a house every night to try to sleep the nights off. And I also didn't clear all this grass like I probably should have. So let's see here. We want to be near the water, but not too close that we are butting up right against it. And this looks like a pretty good starting point. So let's just put a block here. Now, keeping the pattern, this whole line here will be blocks. Let's just put it in. Oops. That's not what I wanted. There we go. That'll be a row. This will be farm, more wheat, and then this will be a water row. Just dig that out for now as a marker. And then we'll have 2 more wheats, another water, and 2, and this here. Mark that out. There, I think that'll be a pretty good section. We'll run that down, and now we're going to want to do another one. Let's give it a little gap here of, let's see, they already have that as a barrier to, but we're also going to want to do like a little roads out to the farms and whatnot too. Roads we'd probably want to have at least, what, 4 wide? 3 wide, depending on how we do it. So let's leave a gap of 4. Alright, time for the axe. There we go. And this one here is a marker that's the side barrier. There, I think that'll give a nice area. So then we have farm. Water goes there. Oops, I did that too early, didn't I? Alright, let's fill that back in. What I wanted to do is water. There we go. Farm, grass, water. Another gap of 2. down as a marker. Okay, now we have enough room for another one like I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I get that kind of right? Okay, wheat, water, wheat, water, wheat, wood. How'd I do? Good. And now we're going to run these down quite a bit here. Let's see, let's just take, I'll turn around here. This area here is limited a little bit more by the beginning of this little hill. So let's use it as our ending spot. We're going to want to leave a gap here. We can probably dig that out if we need to. We want to do like a roadway off that way. So let's just, I probably should have measured this out so things would look nice, but anyway, let's just eyeball it for now and end the farm here. Put these down as markers. Know what I'm doing. And it looks like this is the row. Let's get on it. Back a little bit more. Good. Okay, that's the row. Keeping with our working thing here. Alright. And looks like here. Look around for any bad guys. Definitely gonna have to end up moving the bed, aren't we? Okay, this row right here, next to that light. It's gonna go back quite a bit more. Too far. Grass, I can take a okay, I think that's it. And one more. Right, let's get this final edge marked out here. Gee, look, this sun's already going down. Time just goes so quickly. You're actually trying to get something done. I think I got that. No, that's right. Good. Let's get this right here. Sun goes down quickly. We still have some daylight. Let's go ahead and do the same marking we have elsewhere. Gotta get these corners shored up. And we'll sleep the night away. Okay, run to bed. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do now is probably speed up this section where I'm laying all this wood, because it looks like I've only got 20 stacks and I've got to go back in either my storage or go harvest some more wood. So I think I'll speed this section up so you guys don't necessarily have to watch the whole thing, or watch it. So you won't have to deal with the boringness of it. Alright. I think we've got enough room here for one more layer, so why don't we go ahead and mark that out. Okay, let's quickly go check. Well, let's check my inventory for wood, which I have only 8 left. Let's quickly go over here and check what's in the temporary storage shed, see if we got anything. If not, I'll go off camera and collect a bunch of wood. Now, of course, we're going to be getting wood from tearing these down, so I might just do that too. Let's first see what we've got here. Oh, we have a number of stacks. Let's go ahead and just let's leave a little for ourselves. Don't know if 2 stacks is going to be enough, but let's give that a shot. Oh, always going to need pumpkins for jack-o'-lanterns and whatnots. Let's go ahead and grab these while they're all. Didn't mean to do that. And go put them away. So we don't need to have that clogging up our inventory. Where do we have pumpkin storage? I may not have many storage because I've used them. Alright, let's just. I really need to do storage here, don't I? Alright, let's dump that there. Just dump a bunch of stuff here we don't need. Okay, let's get back out. So it's daylight doing noon. Mouse got stuck again. There we go. Alright, so we'll need to speed up this section again. Okay, so now we've got all the trenches dug for the outlying framing of the farms. So check the daylight, we're good. Let's start plopping down the wood. Well, I guess we got a little more than halfway, so I need to go collect more wood, so there's no sense in you guys watching that at all fast speed or not. So let me go off camera here for a bit and take care of gathering some more wood, and we'll be right back. Okay, well that turned out to be pretty profitable here. I ended up with a little over 2 stacks of wood in a fairly short period of time. Actually, it took longer than I kind of thought it would, because the first tree I took down had 51 wood in it, and that was just from one big tree. That's amazing. So let's go ahead and finish this up. While we're doing this, do a quick look around for any bad guys, because as I was up in that one big tree, kind of lost track of time, and it got darker than I wanted it to before I slept. So I actually did have one creeper spawn pretty nearby, so I took care of him. Anyway, in the while we're doing this, just thought I'd ask you guys, how many times have you played Minecraft? And I guess maybe not played, but started playing. I don't know the rest of you, but I actually started it once and then rage quit for quite a while. And what had happened originally when I heard about Minecraft, the first thing I heard about it was that it was addicting, and that's all you ended up doing, and your whole life would go away and it would just be Minecraft. And so I actually stayed away from it for quite a while, thinking, I just, maybe I don't have that much free time, or even if I did, I just didn't want to get that involved in something that was just going to be that much of a time sink. So I didn't play it for a long time, and then when I finally did, I forgot which one of the alpha, I think I started actually playing when it was in one of the early betas. I don't really sure anymore. It seems like it's been forever. Anyway, so when I first started playing, I didn't know anything about Minecraft. I didn't know about the wiki or even if it was there at the time. And so I just jumped in and started doing stuff. Barely knew how to make a crafting bench. So anyway, and I'm playing along, and I didn't know much, and I didn't know how the mobs spawned, and what the rules and things were. And I had thought I'd read somewhere that they didn't spawn on water, and which is of course true. Let's get that finished up there, and so I ended up finding myself in a snow biome. And so I went out there and I started getting night for the first time, and I don't even think I knew that you could make beds, and if you could, I didn't know how. And so anyway, I went out to this, it was a snow biome. I went out into this big lake, or it might have been a small ocean, and it was all frozen over, and I stood out in the middle and thought, okay, well, I'm out here in the middle of water, surely mobs won't spawn here. Well, guess what? They did. They spawned out there, or they came in from land anyway. So I had basically nothing on me, maybe a wooden sword if I was lucky. And so here these mobs started attacking me, and I just start running off, trying not to necessarily go on land, because I thought that there would be safety out on the ice. And so I'm running along and just trying to get from things. Skeletons are just totally owning me. And as I was going along, I saw this glow over in the distance, and so I started running towards it. And I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. And I looked, and in the middle of the ice there was a pit, and it was full of lava. And I thought, oops, better stay away from that. And no sooner than I had said that, a skeleton shot me, knocked me into the lava, and of course I lost everything. I went back after I respawned and found the spot again, and of course, in the middle of lava, there's going to be nothing. There was nothing around. Nothing had exploded out from me and landed on any type of free block. It was just all gone. And again, I don't even think I knew about chests at the time either. So everything I had was on me, and it was all gone. And it just ticked me off so much that I just quit. And I actually didn't even start playing Minecraft again, probably for a couple of months. It was pretty weird, or pretty bizarre that it had that much effect on me, but it just really ticked me off that much that I just stopped playing until, like I said, for quite a long while longer. Anyway, so I probably should have been doing something as I was saying that, so let's dig out the trees here. Well, as you can see, the workbench and chest full of junk here is definitely in the way. I actually thought there was more stuff in the chest than there is. So let's just go ahead and take this out. I don't think there's, well, I might want to keep the clay for sure. Probably don't need that stuff. One string gravel. Don't need that. Let's dump something out here so we can, flowers, tons of flowers. What did I pick up today? Oh, get you seeds. Alright, I got tons of, well, dirt, zacata, one gravel. There we go. Now we got that chest. That's what I really wanted. Okay, so now we've got that down. The next thing to do would be, I guess, to fill in the water here. But, I mean, I do have the buckets on me. So, alright, let's go ahead and take care of filling these trenches in. Let's get my water buckets easily handy. And I'll take care of that, and I'll see you guys when this is all hydrated. expected. Don't think I have a hole on me. Probably this is going to take multiple holes anyway. But also, one thing that I'm going to do, and I don't know about you guys, but as far as a useful item, I am totally in love with lily pads, and especially using them for like farms and whatnot to cover water so you can walk all over it. Oh my god, that is so much easier than having to deal with things falling in the water or you falling in the water. Before I really understood the value of lily pads, I used to do, half slabs here, wood or cobblestone or something like that. And then you'd have that rise, and if you were doing an underground farm and you only had your ceiling at 2, then you'd rise up and you'd bump your head, and then you had to raise the whole ceiling. That was just a pain, but lily pads are just amazing to be able to cover the land up and to or the water up and be able to walk across and be versatile. The only thing I've noticed about them is that you can only place a lily pad on water that's only 1 deep. If it's too deep, you can't place one. Yet, obviously, you can look out here and you go anywhere in swamps, and you can see that there's definitely lily pads on deeper water than 1 block. So it's kind of interesting that they can spawn in areas that they or generate. I guess I don't necessarily spawn, but in areas that you can't place them in. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so next, what I need to do is what I say, hoe up all this land here. So let's when I need to move that bed. I think I still have that workbench on me. There it is. Let's plop that down. Do I have stuff? Yeah, let's just go ahead and make I'm going to dump something off, aren't I? Alright, I don't have room to even hold the hose. Alright, let's go back to our chest over here. Store a bunch of stuff off, and then, well, I guess while we're here, I might as well just make a couple bows, and also grab some seeds, because I guess if we're there. Is that a little guy? No. Yeah, I think these guys are pretty much maxed out as far as breeding is concerned. I have no room for stuff. I know that's not the right place to be putting that. And right now I just want to dump it off. So I can make room for some hose. Just knowing how... Oops, what am I doing? It's not a hoe, that would be an axe. Stop it! Knowing how things go here, I'm going to run out of hose. They're going to break before I finish. Hopefully 4 or 3 will do it. Alright, let's see if we have... Oh yeah, we have tons of seeds, but we do have a farm here, so let's grab every seed we can find. Okay, let's see, I'm running out of room here. Let's dump off... I do need to keep 1 cobble on. Dump off those stairs. And let's see, what else can we not... Yeah. Guess we'll get rid of the little dirt. Definitely need to keep that around because I've been doing so much leveling and terraforming that I've had to shovel to grab dirt from different areas, sculpt hills a little more, and I thought I'd have to. Well, get some pumpkins here. Let's, while we're here, take care of these guys. There we go. Okay, now, guess this will be another, got myself trapped. Speed up section here when we pull up this land. Take a quick yummy break. There we go. Okay. So I'll see you guys back after I've hoed up. Okay, well, that's done. But went a lot quicker once I realized I could just hold down the right mouse button on the hoe and just run along, and without having to click on every single plot. I think I'd know that by now, or remembered that, and I thought of it sooner. Anyway, so there we go. Everything's nice and prepped for seeding. You know, now that I've saw that I went through, what was that, 6 hoes, this being the 6th one. I probably don't have enough seeds, but let's go ahead and start planting seeds. Start planting this. So let's see how well I can do this, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, that wasn't nearly enough, was it? Holy moly. Was that close to 3 stacks, and I've only did 1 farm plus a little bit of another one, and I still have 2 other ones to go. Well, you know, we do have some wheat that we can harvest from these other ones, so why don't we just grab some seeds that way. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I think we're probably getting pretty good on this episode for now. We don't necessarily need to finish this farm setup right now. There's a little bit more we want to do. So I think next time what we'll do is we'll pick up on the seeding, or maybe I'll go ahead and grab a bunch of seeds and finish seeding that in the meantime. So you don't have to watch me plant anymore, because that's got to be a little bit boring too. And I think we'll call that for now, and then next episode we'll finish up the farm. Well, it'll be planted. I think what I want to do to it also is, you know, I really don't like torches, so I'm going to probably go through the farm and replace certain sections of the wood here in the ground with jack-o'-lanterns. That way it'll give a nice bit of light, and it won't be that intrusive into the landscape. You know, I'll have them sunk down because I don't want them sticking out and have to walk around them and stuff like that. Or actually, you know, one thing that might be neat, I'll have to try out and see how the light levels are. Oh, interrupt my own thoughts here. Probably also off camera, I'm going to go out and collect what's probably going to end up being a whole ton of lily pads, so that I can cover these up, cover up the water troughs. Anyway, back to what I was saying about the jack-o'-lanterns. I'll have to do some checks on the light levels, but you know, possibly instead of putting the jack-o'-lanterns in the sides here, you know, every couple blocks or whatnot, I'm kind of wondering if I can't bury them down in the water trough, and how much the lily pad will block the light, because that would be really cool if we could just light up from the water. I mean, that would probably have a really nice visual effect, and then also the, you know, positive effect of lighting up the area to keep moths from spawning and whatnot around here. So I think that's a nice thing we can end up doing, and we're also getting close to when we're done with the farm. I think the next thing on our list, the wheat farm, is grabbing some animals and pinning them up. As you can see, there's tons of sheep around, and as I was collecting dirt earlier and even some trees, you know, the sheep would wander by, and I just run over and shear them real quick. So I've starting to collect a nice bit of wool too, which will be handy for something in the future, if nothing else, for some decoration and whatnot. Anyway, I think that will do it for now, and I thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have fun.